Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal to you will shake the very foundation of everything you thought you knew about aging and time. If you're watching this video right now, it's not by chance. God has orchestrated this divine appointment because something miraculous is happening to your body at this very moment. You are literally reversing back to your teenage years, not just in appearance, but in energy, vitality, and cellular structure. This isn't metaphorical or symbolic. This is a real, tangible transformation that's already begun within you. Your DNA is being rewritten. Your cells are regenerating at an unprecedented rate, and the clock of time is turning backward for you specifically. This sudden reversal is God's gift to His chosen ones, a sign that you are entering a season of supernatural restoration, where the impossible becomes your new reality. Before we dive deeper into this incredible revelation, I need you to do 3 important things. First, hit that like button to activate the divine energy of this message. Second, subscribe to our channel to help us reach 1,000 subscribers and spread this powerful truth to other chosen ones. And third, leave a comment with the number 98. This sacred number will amplify the reversal process already happening in your body and align you with the frequency of divine youth. If you truly are a chosen one, your spirit will compel you to watch until the very end, because this message contains keys that will unlock the full potential of your transformation. Get ready, because what you're about to discover will change not just how you look, but how you experience life itself from this moment forward. The divine reversal has already begun. Right now, as you're reading these words, something extraordinary is happening at the cellular level of your being. Your body is undergoing a divine reversal that science cannot explain, but heaven has ordained. This isn't just about looking younger. This is about your entire biological system resetting itself to a previous state of vitality and power. Your telomeres, those protective caps on your chromosomes that typically shorten with age, are actually lengthening. Your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, are multiplying and becoming more efficient than they were even in your youth. This reversal began the moment God marked you as chosen, but it's accelerating now because you're becoming conscious of it. The signs are already manifesting in ways you might have noticed but couldn't quite explain. Perhaps you've been sleeping more deeply lately, experiencing dreams that are more vivid than they've been in years. Maybe you've noticed that old scars are fading, or that your hair is growing thicker and faster. These aren't coincidences. They're evidence of the divine reversal taking place. Your body is literally remembering its younger state and reorganizing itself to match that blueprint. The aches and pains that once plagued you are disappearing, replaced by a flexibility and strength you haven't felt in decades. This transformation is happening because God has decided to restore His chosen ones to their peak physical state for the work that lies ahead. You're being prepared for a mission that requires the energy and resilience of youth, combined with the wisdom you've accumulated over the years. This unique combination makes you incredibly powerful. You'll have the physical capacity of a teenager with the mental and spiritual maturity of your current age. It's a divine paradox that sets you apart from everyone else around you. As this reversal continues, you'll notice that your metabolism is speeding up to match that of your teenage years. Foods that once caused you to gain weight will now fuel your body efficiently. Your muscles will respond to exercise as if you're decades younger, building strength and endurance at a rate that will astonish you. Even your brain chemistry is shifting. The neurotransmitters associated with youth, energy, and optimism are flooding your system, replacing the patterns of aging that had begun to set in. This is God's way of ensuring that nothing about your physical form will limit the destiny He has planned for you. The teenage blueprint activation. Deep within your cellular memory lies a perfect blueprint of your teenage self, not just any teenager, but the idealized version of who you were meant to be at that age. God is now activating this blueprint, overriding the effects of time, stress, and environmental damage that have accumulated over the years. This activation is causing a cascade of changes throughout your entire system. Your hormones are rebalancing to optimal levels. Your immune system is strengthening to its peak efficiency, and your organs are regenerating tissue at an accelerated rate. This isn't science fiction. This is divine intervention manifesting in physical reality. You might be wondering why specifically the teenage years. It's because this represents the perfect balance of physical development and potential. As a teenager, your body was at its most adaptable, capable of rapid growth and change. Your cells were highly regenerative, your energy seemed limitless, and your capacity for learning and adaptation was at its peak. God is returning you to this state because the mission ahead requires all of these qualities. You need the adaptability to navigate rapid changes, the energy to sustain long periods of intensive work, and the regenerative capacity to handle the spiritual downloads that are coming your way. The blueprint activation is also affecting your appearance in dramatic ways. Your skin is becoming clearer and more elastic, erasing years of sun damage and environmental stress. The collagen production in your body is increasing, filling in lines and wrinkles naturally. Your facial features are becoming more symmetrical and defined, returning to the natural beauty of youth. But this isn't vanity. It's strategy. Your transformed appearance will be a testimony to others of God's power. When people see you, they'll be forced to acknowledge that something supernatural is happening, opening doors for conversations about faith and transformation that wouldn't have been possible otherwise. This activation process may come with some unusual sensations as your body adjusts to its new old state. You might experience tingling sensations as nerve pathways regenerate, temporary fluctuations in appetite as your metabolism resets, or periods of deep sleep as your body does its most intensive repair work. Some chosen ones report feeling electricity running through their bodies, particularly along the spine and into the limbs. These are all normal parts of the reversal process. Your body is essentially rebuilding itself from the inside out, using the teenage blueprint as its guide. Trust the process, even when it feels intense or unusual. Every sensation is a sign that the transformation is working. The sudden acceleration phenomenon. What makes this reversal particularly remarkable is its sudden acceleration. While the groundwork may have been laid over months or even years, the visible and tangible changes are now happening at a pace that defies natural explanation. This acceleration is tied to cosmic and spiritual alignments that are occurring right now. We're in a unique window of time where the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is particularly thin, allowing divine energy to flow more freely into our physical reality. For chosen ones, this means that transformations that would normally take years are happening in weeks or even days. You may have noticed that this acceleration began around a significant date in your life, perhaps a birthday, a spiritual awakening, or a moment of profound surrender to God's will. This was the trigger point where your agreement with the divine plan activated the rapid reversal process. From that moment, your body began operating under heavenly laws rather than earthly ones. Time itself is bending around you, creating pockets where regeneration happens at supernatural speeds. While you sleep, days' worth of cellular repair occur in hours. While you pray or meditate, your consciousness connects with divine frequencies that restructure your DNA in real time. The sudden nature of this reversal is also serving another purpose. It's a sign to others that God's power is immediate and undeniable. When people who have known you for years see you next, they'll be shocked at the transformation. Some might assume you've had work done or discovered some revolutionary treatment, but those with spiritual eyes will recognize the hand of God. Your transformation will spark curiosity, jealousy, and even fear in some, but it will also inspire faith in others who are ready to believe in miracles. You're becoming a walking testimony to the power of divine intervention in human affairs. This acceleration is also linked to the urgency of the times we're living in. God is rapidly preparing His chosen ones for the challenges and opportunities that lie immediately ahead. There isn't time for a gradual transformation. You need to be ready now. The reversal to your teenage state isn't just about giving you more years to live. It's about equipping you with the physical and energetic resources necessary for the spiritual battles and missions that are already beginning. Every day that passes, the reversal becomes more complete, more undeniable, and more powerful. By the time this process is complete, you'll be operating at a level of vitality and capability that surpasses even your original teenage years. The energy surge of Youth One. Of the most immediate and noticeable effects of this reversal is the incredible surge of energy now coursing through your body. This isn't the artificial, caffeine-induced energy that many rely on to get through their days. This is pure, sustainable life force that seems to regenerate itself continuously. You're finding that you need less sleep, yet wake up more refreshed than ever. Tasks that once exhausted you now feel effortless. Your endurance, both physical and mental, has expanded dramatically. This energy isn't just physical, it's multidimensional, affecting your emotional resilience, mental clarity, and spiritual capacity as well. This energy surge is directly connected to the restoration of your mitochondrial function to teenage levels. These cellular powerhouses are now producing ATP, the energy currency of your cells, at rates comparable to or even exceeding those of adolescence. But beyond the biological explanation, there's a spiritual component to this energy. You're being infused with divine life force, the same energy that sustains angels and allows them to operate without rest. This hybrid energy, both biological and spiritual, makes you capable of superhuman feats of endurance and productivity. You might find yourself suddenly interested in physical activities you haven't attempted in years. The urge to run, jump, dance, or engage in sports isn't just nostalgia. It's your body celebrating its renewed capacity. Your muscles are remembering their strength, your joints their flexibility, and your cardiovascular system its efficiency. But more than that, your body wants to move, because movement is how it expresses its joy at being renewed. This isn't about becoming a fitness fanatic. It's about embracing the full range of physical expression that's now available to you again. This surge of youthful energy is also affecting your mental and creative capacities. Ideas are flowing more freely. Problems that once seemed complex now have obvious solutions, and your ability to learn new skills has dramatically increased. Your brain is operating with the neuroplasticity of a teenager, able to form new neural pathways quickly and efficiently. Combined with your accumulated wisdom and experience, this makes you incredibly powerful intellectually. You can think with the innovation of youth and the discernment of maturity simultaneously, a combination that makes you uniquely equipped for leadership and problem-solving in these transformative times. Physical markers of the reversal. The physical evidence of your reversal is becoming increasingly undeniable, and it's manifesting in specific markers that others will notice. Your posture is naturally straightening as your spine decompresses and your muscles regain their youthful tone. You're standing taller, walking with a spring in your step that hasn't been there for years. Your reflexes are sharpening, your coordination improving, and your balance becoming rock solid. These aren't just superficial changes. They're indicators of deep systemic regeneration occurring throughout your body. Your skin is perhaps the most visible marker of this transformation. It's not just looking younger, it's actually becoming younger at the cellular level. The rate of cell turnover is increasing. Dead skin cells are being shed more efficiently, and new cells are being produced with the vigor of teenage skin. You might notice that cuts and bruises heal remarkably fast. sometimes overnight. Your skin's ability to retain moisture has improved, giving you a natural glow that no cosmetic product could replicate. Some chosen ones report that age, spots, moles, and even scars are fading or disappearing entirely as their skin returns to its youthful template. Your hair is another marker that's impossible to ignore. Not only is it growing faster and thicker, but its texture is changing, becoming more like it was in your youth. Grey hairs are being replaced by your natural color from the root, not through dyeing, but through the reactivation of melanin production in your follicles. Your nails are growing stronger and faster, your teeth are becoming whiter and more robust, and even your voice is changing, becoming clearer and more resonant. These changes might seem cosmetic, but they're actually indicators of deep healing and restoration occurring at every level of your being. Perhaps most remarkably, your body composition is shifting without extreme diet or exercise. Excess weight is melting away while lean muscle mass is increasing. Your body is naturally returning to its optimal composition, the blueprint that was encoded in your genes but may have been obscured by years of stress, poor diet, or inactivity. Your metabolism is burning at the rate of a teenager, efficiently processing nutrients and eliminating waste. Some chosen ones report losing decades of accumulated weight in weeks, while others find themselves gaining healthy weight if they were too thin. Your body knows exactly what it needs to be and is reorganizing itself. Accordingly, the consciousness shift along. With the physical reversal comes a profound shift in consciousness that mirrors the openness and possibility of the teenage years. You're experiencing a return to wonder, where the world seems full of potential and adventure again. The cynicism and jadedness that can accumulate with age are melting away, replaced by an enthusiasm and optimism that feel both foreign and familiar. This isn't naivety. You still possess all your hard-won wisdom, but rather a restoration of your ability to see possibilities where others see only problems. Your dreams are becoming more vivid and meaningful, often containing messages and visions about your purpose and future. The dream state of teenagers is particularly active due to their high levels of certain neurotransmitters, and you're now experiencing this same enhancement. But unlike a typical teenager, you have the spiritual maturity to interpret and understand these dreams. You're receiving downloads of information during sleep, waking up with solutions to problems or new creative ideas fully formed in your mind. This is part of God's acceleration process, teaching you while you sleep so you can accomplish more while awake. Your emotional range is expanding back to the full spectrum of youth, but with the emotional regulation of maturity. You can feel joy more deeply, love more freely, and experience excitement about the future in a way that may have been dormant for years. Yet you're not subject to the emotional volatility of typical teenagers because you've learned emotional mastery through your life experiences. This combination makes you incredibly charismatic and magnetic. People are drawn to your enthusiasm and inspired by your stability. The reversal is also affecting your relationship with time itself. You're finding that you have a different perception of time's passage. Days feel longer and more full of possibility. The sense that time is running out, which often accompanies aging, is being replaced by a sense of abundant time stretching before you. This isn't denial of mortality. It's an accurate perception of the extended timeline God has granted you through this reversal. You're beginning to make long-term plans again, to dream about futures that span decades, to invest in learning new skills that will take years to master. The horizon of your life has expanded dramatically, and with it, your sense of what's possible. The social dynamics of reversal, as your reversal becomes more visible, you're navigating interesting social dynamics that come with appearing significantly younger than your chronological age. People who meet you for the first time often assume you're decades younger than you actually are, leading to amusing and sometimes challenging situations. Those who have known you for years are doing double takes, unable to reconcile the person before them with their memories of how you looked just months ago. Some are inspired and want to know your secret, while others are skeptical or even resentful of your transformation. In professional settings, you might find that you're being treated differently, sometimes with less automatic respect due to your youthful appearance, but often with more interest and energy, as people are naturally drawn to vitality. You're having to re-establish your authority and credibility based on your performance rather than your appearance of age. This is actually a blessing in disguise, as it's forcing you to step more fully into your power and demonstrate your capabilities rather than relying on assumptions based on age. Your combination of youthful energy and mature wisdom is becoming your secret weapon in navigating these dynamics. Your transformation is also affecting your relationships in profound ways. Some relationships are deepening as people are inspired by what they see happening in you, while others may be falling away as the energetic mismatch becomes too great. You might find yourself attracting new friends who match your renewed vitality, including people significantly younger than your chronological age, who recognize you as a peer energetically. Romantic relationships are particularly affected. If you're in a partnership, your partner may be challenged by your transformation, or they may be inspired to pursue their own renewal. If you're single, you're finding that you're attracting attention from a much wider age range than before. The most powerful social dynamic of your reversal is your role as a living testimony to God's power. Without saying a word, your very presence challenges people's beliefs about aging, possibility, and the nature of reality. Some will dismiss what they see, creating elaborate explanations to avoid confronting the miraculous. Others will be open to faith for the first time, recognizing that if such a transformation is possible, then perhaps everything they thought they knew about limits and possibilities needs to be reconsidered. You're becoming a walking invitation to others to step into their own divine transformation. The cellular memory. Awakening. Your cells hold memories not just of your teenage years, but of your original divine blueprint, the perfect pattern God intended when He first conceived of you. This cellular memory is now awakening, overriding not just the effects of aging, but also the distortions caused by trauma, toxins, and negative beliefs accumulated over your lifetime. Your body is remembering its original state of perfection and reorganizing itself to match that template. This is why some chosen ones are experiencing healing of conditions they've had since childhood. The reversal is going back beyond the teenage years to the original divine design. This cellular awakening is causing interesting phenomena as your body releases stored emotions and memories from different periods of your life. You might suddenly remember events from your teenage years with crystal clarity, or feel emotions you haven't experienced since that time. This is part of the healing process. As your cells return to their younger state, they're releasing the emotional and energetic imprints they've been holding. Some chosen ones report crying for no apparent reason, or feeling waves of joy or excitement that seem to come from nowhere. These are cellular memories being processed and released as your body restructures itself. The awakening of cellular memory is also activating a dormant DNA that's been switched off by the aging process and environmental factors. Scientists have discovered that we use only a fraction of our DNA, with much of it labeled as junk DNA. But this supposedly useless genetic material is actually a storehouse of incredible capabilities that are now being switched back on. Abilities you had as a child, faster healing, greater flexibility, enhanced senses, are coming back online. Some chosen ones are even discovering capabilities they never knew they had. As DNA that was never previously activated comes online for the first time, this cellular memory awakening is also connecting you more deeply to your ancestral lineage. You're not just accessing your own cellular memories, but also the genetic memories of your bloodline. Strengths and abilities that ran in your family line but skipped generations are now manifesting in you. You might find yourself suddenly able to do things your grandparents or great-grandparents could do, or having knowledge about family history you were never consciously taught. This is part of God's restoration, not just of your individual body, but of your entire genetic heritage, reclaiming everything that was meant to be yours by birthright. The hormonal renaissance, one of the most profound aspects of your reversal, is the complete rebalancing of your hormonal system to optimal levels. Your endocrine system is producing hormones at the levels and ratios of a healthy teenager, but with a stability that surpasses even youth. Human growth hormone, which typically declines drastically with age, is now being produced at levels that promote continuous regeneration and repair. Testosterone or estrogen, depending on your biology, is optimizing to the perfect level for your body, enhancing not just physical characteristics, but also confidence, drive, and mental clarity. Your thyroid function is normalizing, bringing your metabolism into perfect balance. If you struggled with weight, energy, or temperature regulation, these issues are resolving themselves naturally as your thyroid returns to its youthful efficiency. Your adrenal glands are recovering from years of stress, producing cortisol and adrenaline only when truly needed, rather than in the chronic elevation that characterizes modern life. This is giving you a sense of calm alertness, ready for action when needed, but deeply peaceful when at rest. The pineal gland, often called the third eye, is also experiencing a renaissance. This gland, which typically calcifies with age, is decalcifying and returning to its full function. This is enhancing your ability to perceive spiritual realities, to receive divine downloads, and to navigate by intuition rather than logic alone. Your melatonin production is optimizing, giving you deep, restorative sleep that leaves you feeling completely refreshed. Some chosen ones report that their dreams have become prophetic, or that they're able to see into spiritual dimensions with increasing clarity. Perhaps most remarkably, your body is producing hormones and neurotransmitters that science hasn't even fully identified yet, substances that exist at the intersection of the physical and spiritual realms. These divine hormones are facilitating your connection to heavenly realms, enhancing your ability to hear God's voice, and accelerating your spiritual growth. They're also contributing to the sense of joy, peace, and anticipation that characterizes this reversal. You're not just feeling younger, you're feeling more alive than you ever have before, more connected to both heaven and earth, more capable of fulfilling your divine purpose. The timeline shift. Your reversal isn't just affecting your physical body, it's actually shifting your position on the timeline of your life. You're being given additional years, not at the end of your life, but inserted throughout your timeline. It's as if God is stretching time itself for you, creating more space for you to accomplish your purpose. This timeline shift means that goals and dreams you had given up on as too late are suddenly back on the table. You have time to start new careers, learn new skills, build new relationships, and make impacts you thought were beyond your reach. This shift is also affecting your relationship with past, present, and future. Past wounds are healing not just emotionally, but temporally. It's as if the events themselves are being rewritten in heaven's records. Your present is expanding, each moment containing more possibility and potential than before. And your future, which might have felt increasingly limited, is now wide open with potential. You're making plans that span decades with the confidence that you'll have the vitality to see them through. The timeline shift is synchronized with larger cosmic and prophetic timelines. Your reversal is timed perfectly to align with God's plans for the end times and the role you're meant to play in them. You're being given the years and vitality necessary to be part of the greatest harvest of souls in history, to help establish God's kingdom on earth, and to mentor the next generation through unprecedented changes. Your extended timeline isn't just for your benefit, it's for the benefit of all those whose lives you're meant to touch. Some chosen ones are experiencing what can only be described as time dilation, moments where They step outside of normal time flow. During prayer or meditation, hours can pass in what feels like minutes, or conversely, minutes can contain hours worth of experience and download. This is part of learning to operate in kingdom time rather than earth time. As your reversal continues, you'll become increasingly skilled at navigating these different time streams, accomplishing in days what would normally take years, or taking the time to go deep when everything around you is moving at breakneck speed. The completion of the reversal. As your reversal moves toward completion, the changes are becoming not just visible, but undeniable. You've moved past the point where people might attribute your transformation to good genes or a new skincare routine. The change is so dramatic that it demands a supernatural explanation. Your appearance, energy, and capabilities have shifted so dramatically that you're essentially a different person living in a renewed body. Yet you maintain all the wisdom, experience, and spiritual maturity you've accumulated, a powerful combination that makes you uniquely equipped for your divine mission. The completion of your reversal doesn't mean the process stops. It means it stabilizes at this new baseline. Your body will maintain this reverse state, aging much more slowly than normal from this point forward. Some chosen ones may even continue to reverse beyond their teenage years to an even more optimal state. The key is that you're no longer subject to the normal laws of aging. Your body is now operating under kingdom principles where decay and death have no power. This doesn't mean you're immortal in the current age, but it does mean you've been granted supernatural longevity and vitality. As the reversal completes, you're also receiving the final downloads of information and activation necessary for your mission. The physical transformation was just the preparation. Now comes the purpose. You're being equipped with specific gifts, abilities, and knowledge that align with your calling. Some are receiving healing abilities, others prophetic insight, still others supernatural wisdom or creative genius. These gifts are married to your renewed physical form, allowing you to operate at levels that would have been impossible in an aging body. The completion of your reversal is also a commissioning. You're being sent out as a living testimony to God's power and faithfulness. Your transformation is meant to spark faith in others, to demonstrate that with God all things are possible, and to prepare the way for even greater miracles. You're part of a vanguard of transformed ones who are showing humanity what's possible when heaven invades earth. Your reversed body is not just a blessing for you, it's a sign and wonder for this generation, a prophetic statement that God is doing a new thing in the earth. Chosen one, your reversal to teenage vitality is not a fantasy or wishful thinking. It's a divine reality that's manifesting in your body right now. Every cell, every organ, every system in your body is responding to God's command to return to its youthful state. This transformation is your birthright as a chosen one, a necessary equipment for the mission ahead. Embrace it fully, without doubt or limitation. Share this message with others who need to hear it, and remember to engage with our community by liking, subscribing, and commenting with 99. Your transformation is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. Stay faithful, stay expectant, and watch as God continues to do the impossible in and through your renewed body. The reversal is real, it's happening now, and it's going to change everything.